I think, of course, this is very sad that such a thing happened, and of course, the man who did it, or the man, yeah, there were a couple of men, as I heard, so they should be punished for sure. But I think the punishment is not the only solution because some people they tend to behave violent and tend to obey the law even though they know they will be punished. So I think society should or government should take more precautions. I think blocking pornography websites, as it is in Turkey, I think it's a good step because I heard that some scientists proved that people who tend to watch pornography, especially when they are very young, like children, they tend to behave really violent towards women when they grow up. So I think this is a good step, and yeah, hopefully when we take more precautions, things like this won't happen anymore. Hopefully.
I think what's happened was drama, and the killer should receive the maximum penalty. But I don't think the death penalty is a solution. I'm not really comfortable about that because there is still a risk that he's innocent or something, or he's sick. In my country, it would be a real huge scandal and like a national scandal, and he would probably receive a huge jail penalty, like 20, 30 years.
Was sad news for me and in general for all the world, in Portugal also. I'm against to death penalty, but because I think the person that did it will suffer more in the prison than if the guy was simplement killed. Um, I think the guy should be arrested for all life in prison. But in Portugal, um, the maximum penalty is 25 years in the jail. And if the guy maybe have a good behavior, can be maybe 15 years in the prison and can go home. And I think it's a little bit unfair, but I believe the best situation for this kind of murders and this kind of people without uh, how can I say, it's horrible. I think the guy should stay in the prison for the rest of his life.
I think in the Portugal we don't have difference between man and woman in the in xenophobic case, but in some countries of Asia we still have it. So in that case it's cultural ideas because of religion, and it's really hard to change it. But I think we can. In Turkey we can see this. They are beginning to have difference and they are changing her mentalities. So I think it's a really hard mission, but it's possible to do it. And I have a recent case of the girl was killed in the bus because they are trying to rape her. So in that situations, if the countries are really interested in resolve this, I think we are can a really good example. For example, I don't agree with kill this this kind of people, but I think in some cases it will be really good for be the example for all of the other people.
I think this situation is a really big tragedy and the killer should get the highest penalty. Um, I think that death penalty would be real good for the killers. They have no right to take other human life. In my country, we don't have a right to kill the killers. They have a lot of years in jail. But the worst thing is that people use their lawyers, and even the most cruel killers get like 5 or 10 years, and after that they can continue their activities. Um, but I think that in this situation, the penalty should be the highest.